Vladimir in Belgrade, Serbia, writes to me, and he says, "Hi, Paul. Lately, we can see heated disputes on online audiophile forums and in different reviews between two groups of audiophiles. One group only acknowledges measurements as the way to select a good audio component, while the other group suggests that only our ears can determine what's good and what's not." I hate to tell you, Vladimir, but this has been going on, maybe not on online forums, but for the last 50 years. It seems to me that both groups are pretty dismissive of each other and their respective arguments. What's your take on this subject? Do we need to take measurements into account when choosing audio equipment, or is it sufficient that we play by ear? Thanks, Vlada. Okay. Boy, I know I probably have 10 videos on this, but it's a good subject to continue to renew the information that's coming on it. I am a strong believer in both measurements and subjective listening and evaluation. As an audio manufacturer, as a designer, I could not live, I could not do what I do without measurements. We have some of the finest measurement equipment in the world, and we depend on it. We could not exist without it. Do measurements tell you how something is going to sound? No. Unfortunately, they don't. And when I say that with the caveat, or with the qualifier, that we just simply don't have all the measurements that we would need. Could we measure? I think probably we can, but currently we can't. So, like anything, I'll use food again because I like to eat. I won't eat. I'm a very particular eater. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a health food nut. I like to eat healthy things. But I'm not going to eat something that tastes like crap. Okay? So, when I eat something, I want to know what the ingredients are. I want to know if they're ingredients I want to put in my body. Okay? I want to know that they're organic. All that stuff's important to me. That, to me, is the measurement side, right? I need to know those things, and I'm not going to eat it if I don't know those things. Now, knowing those things doesn't tell me how it's going to taste. It really doesn't. So I have to actually just taste it. In the same way, measurements tell us much about a product, but given a agreed upon set of measurements where the frequency response isn't whacked out, if the distortion isn't crazy, if we haven't gone too far in any one direction that we can measure, now it's down to the subjective areas. How does it sound? So here's a great example. In working with our new phono preamplifier, Darren Myers, our principal hardware and audiophile guru, that I've passed that mantle on to Darren, and he's great. So in looking at two circuits, we can both guess that one's going to sound one way and one's going to sound the other way. And what's interesting is, in this phono stage, both circuits measure essentially identical. They have nearly the same distortion, nearly the same if you do an FFT, a fast Fourier transform, and you look at all the products on it, they look essentially identical. Do they sound the same? Oh my Lord, no, not even close. One has the sound trapped in the speakers, and it's not musical. It's analytical. It's clean. But it's trapped in the speaker. And the other design, again, that measures identically in every test that we know how to perform, and again, we have some of the best measurement equipment in the world. It's divorced from the speakers. It's free. It's open. It's musical. It's lively. One I would sell you. One I wouldn't let you go near with the PS Audio name on it. And they measure identically. So what does that say? It says that, like anything in life, you got to have a good balance of all the elements as best you can. And that's what I think about that. Okay. Thanks. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.